We talk to a lot of people who become incredibly worried when they see their search results listings drop all the way down, and then back up, and then down again, and then back up. Why does this happen? Hello everyone, my name is Paul Carey and I'm an SEO consultant here at Launch Site Boost. Now today what I want to talk to you about is called the Google Dance, or Google Dancing as it sometimes is known. Now this is when you will see your website in a search position go from perhaps page 1 to not on the listings at all, to page 6 to not on the listings at all, to page 1 again, not on the listings, to page 2. There's a lot of volatility. So the first thing that I do want to say about this is it's very normal to see this. And the reason that I want to make this point up front is because we find that a lot of people can get extremely scared when they see this, which is natural. All of a sudden you were in position 1 or you were on page 1 or page 2, and then you're nowhere to be seen in the listings the next day. So I understand how it can be a little scary. So let's talk about why this is actually happening. So basically, this just means that Google are recognizing that you've done some updates on your website, or perhaps your competitors have done some extreme updates. So they're going to play around with the positions to see where people should sit based on what kind of data they're getting of the people who are actually seeing and responding to these particular search results. Now look, there's a few different reasons of why your own website could be doing this if you're actually actively doing some great SEO. This could be that you've changed some of the on-page optimization, you've changed your headings or some wording, you've sprinkled a few relevant keywords throughout the page, or it could be a case of that you've then earned some stronger backlinks to the page, and these are new, they've got strong anchor text, they're from relevant and authoritative websites. So Google are kind of testing the waters here to see where exactly you should lie. So bear in mind that this can happen to you if you're doing the right thing in Google's eyes. Now, from my own experience, I've seen this multiple times from many different websites that we've worked on in the past. Usually, this happens for anywhere between about a week to about a month, depending on the optimization that you're doing for that particular page that you're trying to rank. But what if it's happened on a page that you actually haven't tried to rank at all? You haven't actually done any optimization on. It's a page that you've just let sit there for a while now. Well, bear in mind, this could also be a case of Google having and releasing one of their core algorithm updates. Now, based on what Google are actually releasing that core update for, you may see that a lot of websites begin to drop, and usually it's the website that weren't following Google's guidelines from the start. However, if you're in a position where you have been following Google's guidelines, like we do always mention on this channel, usually you may see a little bit of a drop. But after about a week or so of volatility, when Google have released their full update, because it does take them a few days to release this fully, usually you're back in the right place. Now, I do want to give a real life example of how this can happen. So as an example, we were previously working on a very well-known large department store, and we were optimizing one of their men's clothing pages. Now, I won't say what particular keyword it was. However, when we tried to optimize for this particular keyword, we did all the right things, all the things that we always mention to you that you should do. So you've got your URL, your headings, your keywords, little description, internal links, all of that sort of stuff. However, what we saw over the next month or so was that the page went to page 1 position in Google search results, then to 100 the next day, or past 100 should I say. It wasn't even the top 10 pages. Then the following day went back to page 1 positions. Then to 100, then page 1, then to 100, then page 1. This was how extreme the Google dancing was for this particular keyword. And as I mentioned earlier, this lasted for about 3 or 4 weeks. But after Google had finished their Google dancing with this particular section and this page that we were trying to rank, the page continued to rank on position 1 and still ranks there today. So what I'm trying to say in this particular video is that Google dancing, or some volatility in your search results where you see yourself in the positions, it's nothing to be too worried about. Usually I would actually be more concerned if I see that you've dropped 1 or 2 positions, because that would indicate to us that you actually have competitors who know what they're doing and are optimizing their page and getting stronger backlinks more so than what you're doing. So if it's a case of you're dropping just a couple of positions, that would be more alarming to me. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you've been doing the right things, following Google's guidelines to update your SEO and to better optimize the page and further please Google so they have an understanding of what your page is about, so they can show it to more people, and then you start to see all of this volatility, it's nothing to worry about. It will even itself out. and you will be back in your rightful place in the search results. So that brings me to an end of today's video, which was all about Google dancing. Now, it's a bit of a smaller topic. Not a lot of people actually talk about this, but it is something that we do hear from people quite often. As rightly so, they would be concerned if they see their positions drop in search results. However, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, this is nothing to be too alarmed about, and it will level itself out after about 3 or 4 weeks. So I hope you got a bit of value from this video. If you want, please do feel free to leave a question or a comment down below in the comment section, as we do our very best to reply to each and every single one of them. But other than that, I'll end the video here. Hopefully you got a bit of value from it. Hopefully you have a good day, and we'll speak again soon. Bye.